categories for...
Alright, let's get into Double Jeopardy right now. The categories are... Statues.
Science. Baseball franchise shifts. World leaders. Music class.
And finally...
And
iPod. Quotation marks.
You start.
iPod for 400.
Chilly name of the head of lettuce that's cut into quarters to make a wedge salad. It's player one.
What is... Ice cap?
Sorry,
No.
that's wrong. Any other takers? It's player three.
What is iceberg?
Yep.
Yeah, iceberg was it.
Okay, let's get back into this. Player
iPod
three,
800.
You make the next selection as Sarah will present this clue.
When graphing the equation y equals 2x plus 1, the line intersects the y-axis at 1. In general, the point where the line crosses is called the y-this.
I did this kind of math. I should know this. But I don't.
Here's what we were looking for. Intercept.
Oh, intercept. Statues for 400.
The sower atop Nebraska's state capitol in this city is tossing seeds to the Great Plains 400 feet below. It's player one.
What is Lincoln?
Correct.
Baseball franchise shifts for
Player
400.
one. In 1958, the Dodgers and this team moved west to California. Player one.
What are the Giants?
That's correct.
Baseball franchise shifts for 800.
Please pick. The Braves spent 82 seasons in Boston and more than 40 in Atlanta, with a 13-season stop in this city. It's player one.
What is Milwaukee?
Right.
Baseball franchise shifts for 1200.
Player one. In 1955, the Philadelphia Athletics moved to this city, where they remained for 13 seasons.
What is Kansas City?
Let's hear it, player one.
Of course, they're the Oakland Athletics now. 1600.
Selecting. After the 1960 season, the Washington Senators left the capital and headed west to this town. Yes, player one.
What is Minneapolis?
Good.
Baseball franchise shifts for 2000.
You again. In 1972, the new Washington Senators moved west and became this team. Let's hear it.
What
player
is
one.
the Texas Rangers?
Yes. We return to
iPod
player
1200. Answer there, one of the daily doubles.
One of the daily doubles. You are in the lead right now.
Alright, let's
Decide
go
on your wager,
for
player one.
3200.
And the daily double clue. From the Latin for unable to speak, this three-syllable word means extremely childish.
What is immature?
However, you...
Oh, that's not right.
Here's the response we were looking for. Infantile.
Infantile. Oh.
You get to pick again.
Okay,
player one.
iPod for 16.
Meaning beyond memory, this type of time originally referred to the period before 1189 AD. Let's hear it, player one.
What is internum?
No.
No. Going the wrong way.
Any other takers? Yes, player two.
What is immemorial?
Good.
That was it.
Back on the plus side. Okay, let's get back into this. Player two, you make the next selection as we go. This Austrian city's name is German for bridge over the Inn River. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Innsbruck? There we go.
A lot of clues, a
All
lot
right,
of categories.
music
player
class
one.
for 400.
Make us on sheet music. This sign identifies the second line of the staff as the G above middle C. Okay, player one.
What is the treble clef?
Yes.
Music class 800.
You get the name of this section of an orchestra comes from the Latin for a beating. It's player one.
What is percussion?
Correct.
Yep. 1200 music class.
You again. Let's get Jimmy's assistance on this clue.
The guitarist here is playing one of these, defined as a combination of 3 or more notes.
It's player one.
What is a chord?
Right.
1600.
You may have studied these Chopin pieces, whose name is French for studies. It's player one.
What are etudes?
That is correct.
Music class 2000.
Player one. Rachmaninoff wrote one on a theme of Paganini. Gershwin wrote one in blue.
What is rhapsody?
It's player one. Right you are. We return to you, player
Okay,
one.
statues 800.
Blue Earth, Minnesota has a definitely giant 55-foot statue of this pea pusher. Yes, player one?
Who is Paul Bunyan?
Sorry.
Oh no. Oh shoot, it was
Anyone
the
else?
Jolly Green Giant, wasn't it?
Here's what we were looking for. The Jolly Green Giant.
Statues
Player
12.
one. Sam Houston stands 67 feet tall along Interstate 45 in this state.
What is Texas?
Okay, player one. Good.
1600.
Player one. All right, here with the clue is Jimmy.
A statue of this discoverer of Florida stands near the street named for him in St. Augustine.
Yes, player one.
Who's Ponce de Leon?
That's correct.
Statues for 2000.
Player one.
Answer there, the other daily double.
Yes, sir. The second daily double. You are currently in the lead.
2200.
Decide on your wager, player one. All right, here's... In 2003, a statue of this man was pulled down just a year after it had gone up to mark his
0 for
65th
2 on
birthday.
daily doubles in this game. Who is Saddam Hussein?
That puts you even...
There we go.
ahead.
Third time was the charm.
Select again.
World leaders for 400.
In 1999, Thabo Mbeki, who fought to eliminate apartheid, became leader of this country. Here's the response we were looking for. South Africa.
World leaders for 4.
Player one. Hu
For 800,
Jintao
excuse
became
me.
the General Secretary of the Communist Party in 2002 and leader of this country in 2003. Okay, player one.
What is North Korea? No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we wanted. China.
Oh. 1200.
All right, here with the clue is Jimmy.
The country whose flag is seen here elected its first female chancellor in 2005.
What is Germany?
Okay, player one. Good.
World leaders for 1600.
We return. In 2006, Stephen Harper of this country's Conservative Party became its prime minister.
What is Canada?
Let's hear it, player one. That's right.
Yeah, I better get that one. World leaders for 2000.
You get to... In 2008, Tillman Thomas became prime minister of this Caribbean country invaded by the U.S. in 1983. Here's the correct response. Grenada.
Grenada. Alright. Science
Level
for
one.
400.
It's the weakest of the 4 basic forces, but it's strong enough to keep the moon orbiting the Earth. Okay, player one.
What is gravity?
That's it.
Science for 800.
Player one. Jimmy?
A cubic inch of material contains 1,000,000,000,000,000 of these, each with protons and neutrons in its nucleus.
It's player 3.
Or atoms?
Right.
Yeah. 1400?
Player 3, you start. Changes in the tropospheric layer of this are what give us weather. It's player 1.
What is the atmosphere? Science for 1600.
Player 1, to test deep water structures, wave tanks generate waves, wind, and this water flow, from the Latin for running. Here's what we wanted. Current.
Current. Alright, last one.
Here's the $2,000 clue. The name of this 8th element is from a Greek word meaning sharp. Here's the response.
And that
we were
8th
looking
element?
for. Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Good game.
Alright, players
All
2
of you
and
will
3,
continue on to
$14
play
each,
Jeopardy.
but I've got
Your
a
turn.
big total, $22,400.
Time
And
to
here
get
comes
to
Final Jeopardy
And
with
today the
this category.
is this.
Musical history.
What are you
And
going
I
to
have a runaway game, so I'm not going to wager anything.
Here's the clue for you. It's the nursery rhyme that inspired the title of a famous musical based on a 1913 George Bernard Shaw work.
What is London Bridge?
Did you come up with the correct response?
And player 2, you said
Was
London
that
Bridge,
correct
that's
response?
right. And
You
you risked $5. You're in second
What
place
did you
by
say?
$5 over player 3, who also said London
And
Bridge.
that correct response.
And you had $9.50. $23.50 for you, but it looks like a
And
second
your
place
response?
finish. And it is, because
Was
I
that
said
correct
London
response?
Bridge, and I
You
did
will
not
gain.
risk anything, so I stayed $22,400.
Congratulations.
So I have won,
You're the winner.
and we will see you for the next segment.